The neighborhoods of Grant City, Dongan Hills, and Old Town are on the eastern side of the Mid-Island section of Staten Island. These three neighborhoods are not that big in size and are mostly filled with homes. In the neighborhood of Grant City, there is a decent variety of homes to choose from, whether it be a detached home or a condominium. On streets such as Prescott Avenue, Greeley Avenue, and Fremont Avenue, you can find many different types of homes. Some of the homes you can find are low-rise attached houses, small multi-family apartment homes, detached 1 and 2 family homes, and semi-detached 1 and 2 family homes. On streets such as Hamden Avenue and Bedford Avenue, you can find 1 and 2 family detached homes. One of the condominium complexes in Grant City that you can live in is the Lincoln Avenue condominium. These condos are located at 145 Lincoln Avenue and are in apartment-style buildings. Since Dongan Hills is slightly bigger than Grant City and Old Town, there are more types of homes to choose from. On streets such as Atlantic Avenue and Hull Avenue, you'll be able to find 1 and 2 family detached homes. On Zoe Street and the streets surrounding, you can find 3-story attached homes and small apartment-type homes. On streets such as Buell Avenue and Liberty Avenue, you'll be able to find semi-detached 1 and 2 family homes as well as detached homes. On Cromwell Avenue and the streets surrounding, you can find numerous types of homes. There are low-rise attached houses, small multi-family apartment homes, detached 1 and 2 family homes, and semi-detached 1 and 2 family homes. In Dongan Hills, 2 of the condominium complexes you can choose from are Woodview Condominium and Cromwell Arms Condominium. Woodview Condominium is located at 175 Zoe Street, and Cromwell Arms Condominium is located at 163 Cromwell Avenue. These condos are both in apartment-style buildings. In the neighborhood of Old Town, you can find the same type of houses that are in Grant City and Dongan Hills. On streets such as Newberry Avenue and Remsen Street, you can find low-rise attached houses, small multi-family apartment homes, detached 1 and 2 family homes, and semi-detached 1 and 2 family homes. On streets such as Wilson Street and Durgis Street, you can find many single-family detached homes. In Dongan Hills, there are 2 points of interest, 2 New York City landmarks, and 2 parks that you can visit. They are the Dongan Hills branch of the New York Public Library, the Staten Island Little League baseball fields, McCall's Demonstration House, part of Ernest Flagg's Toad Hill Cottages, the Bill U. Stillwell Pernine House, Last Chance Pond Park, and General Douglas MacArthur Park. The Dongan Hills branch of the New York Public Library is located at 1617 Richmond Road. This library is just 1 floor, but with separate rooms and areas for children and adults. The Staten Island Little League baseball fields are located on either side of Seaver Avenue, with the clubhouse located at 225 Seaver Avenue. This Little League was the first to be established on Staten Island in 1953. They have the regular Little League divisions for children ages 4 to 12 and a Challenger division for boys and girls with special needs aged 4 through 18. McCall's Demonstration House, part of Ernest Flagg's Toad Hill Cottages, is located at 1929 Richmond Road on part of what used to be Ernest Flagg's estate. Ernest Flagg originally designed this home in 1923 for an article that McCall magazine published about small and affordable homes. By 1924, Ernest Flagg decided to build this home and write a series of articles about it for the McCall magazine. The McCall Demonstration House was built similar to Ernest Flagg's other homes by using the serpentine stones on the outside of the house. This house became a New York City landmark in 1987 and is still privately owned today. The Bill U. Stillwell Pernine House is located at 1476 Richmond Road. This house was built in the late 17th century by Pierre Bilyeu and is one of the oldest buildings still on Staten Island. From the time the house was built up until about the 1830s, it had additions built onto it from the different owners. This house is 1 1/2 stories, has a steep medieval-style roof, and has rough-cut field stones used throughout the house. The Bill U. Stillwell Printing House became a New York City landmark in 1967 and was named after the owners of the house. Today, the house is under the care of historic Richmond Town and is open to the public on a limited schedule. Last Chance Pond Park is a large natural woodlands park located between Seaver Avenue, Naughton Avenue, Zoe Street, and Husson Street. This park is part of the Staten Island Blue Belt and contains 2 saltwater marshes, a natural spring, a freshwater pond, and woodlands. Last Chance Pond Park received its name from the Last Chance Pond and Wilderness Foundation, who had saved the park. General Douglas MacArthur Park is located below Dongan Hills Avenue between Jefferson Street and the Staten Island Railway. This park opened in 1951 and has always had numerous activities for the kids of the community. General Douglas MacArthur Park houses 2 baseball fields, basketball courts, handball courts, a 3-foot wading pool, spray showers, play units, and swings. In Grant City, Dongan Hills, and Old Town, there are not many schools. In Grant City, you can find St. Christopher's Parochial, a private school located at 15 Lisbon Place that teaches children from pre-K through the 8th grade. In Dongan Hills, there are PS 11 located at 50 Jefferson Street, and St. Anne Elementary School, a private school located at 125 Cromwell Avenue, which teaches children from pre-K through the 8th grade. In Old Town, while there are no public or private schools, children may attend the schools in the nearby communities. In Grant City, Dongan Hills, and Old Town, there aren't too many commercial areas. In all 3 neighborhoods, the main shopping area is located along Highland Boulevard, with shops, plazas, and eateries to choose from. In Grant City, if you are looking to go shopping or find a place to eat, you can find these types of places on a couple of streets. At the corner of Richmond Road and Lincoln Avenue, there is a small shopping plaza. On Lincoln Avenue by the train station, there are also a few local shops. In Dongan Hills, you can find small shopping plazas on the corner of Buell Avenue and Richmond Road. In Old Town, there are a couple of local shops right on the corner of Highland Boulevard and Old Town Road. In Grant City, Dongan Hills, and Old Town, there are a bunch of local and express buses that travel through all 3 neighborhoods. The local buses are the S74, the S76, and the limited S86, the S78, and the S79. The S74 buses travel from the Bricktown Mall to the St. George Ferry Terminal along Richmond Road. The S76 and limited S86 buses travel from Oakwood to the St. George Ferry Terminal along Richmond Road. The S78 bus travels from the Bricktown Mall to the St. George Ferry Terminal along Highland Boulevard. The S79 bus travels from the Staten Island Mall and into Bay Ridge, Brooklyn along Highland Boulevard. The express buses are the X1, the X2, the X3, the X9, and the X15. The X1, X2, and X9 express buses travel along Highland Boulevard and go into Midtown Manhattan. The X3 express bus travels along Highland Boulevard as well, but goes into Lower Manhattan. The X15 express bus travels along Richmond Road and goes into Lower Manhattan. In Grant City, there are also the local S51 and limited S81 buses. These buses travel along Lincoln Avenue and Midland Avenue when coming from or going to the St. George Ferry Terminal to Grant City. Each of these neighborhoods has stops along the Staten Island Railway. In Grant City, you have the Grant City train station, which can be entered on Fremont Avenue and South Railroad Avenue or North Railroad Avenue. In Dongan Hills, you have 2 train stations, the Jefferson Avenue train station and the Dongan Hills train station. The Jefferson Avenue train station can be entered on either South Railroad Avenue or North Railroad Avenue and Jefferson Avenue. The Dongan Hills train station is located between Seaview Avenue and Garrettson Avenue and can be entered at either North Railroad Avenue or Hancock Street. For those who wish to drive to the Dongan Hills train station, there is a parking lot in front of the train station. In Old Town, you have the Old Town train station, which can be entered on Old Town Road between North Railroad Avenue and Oregon Road. For more information on the neighborhoods of Staten Island, you can visit our website at realestatesiny.com.